if you remember me.
Yes, I remember this.
That's right.
Yeah, yeah.
She was
That's right.
MC, right?
Absolutely, it's good to see you again. Everything good too?
Yes.
Now I'm in your home, huh?
Welcome
All right.
back, Father.
Yes.
This is Prince Harry. Right. Yes. He's one of the tribe. Christmas tribe.
Oh, right.
So this was opened in 10 years ago. The government gave us the land here, and we built the building ourselves. 10 years, well, this is 11 years, yeah. We celebrated 10 last year.
This is going to hurt me. It's going to hurt you.
So we're really excited about this thing. So we're gonna go in now.
This is where you live.
I live
That's just when I say hello, everyone. Hello. How are you?
This is the iconic Mr. Louis Gossett Jr.
How are you?
Thank you.
And these are all part of the Crystal family here.
Hello.
Hello.
And what is your name?
I'm Mrs. Caroline
It's a
Crystal.
pleasure, man. Thank you. How about you?
My name is Angela.
She looks like my cousin. When you were a child, were you able to whistle like I could?
Good afternoon. I am just ecstatic to have my friend, my 25-year-old friend, sitting here with me at the Diaspora Africa Forum in Accra, Ghana. This has been something that we have been planning, and today it is. Today is December the 1st, 2018, and we're sitting in the Diaspora Africa Forum, the first diplomatic mission of its kind dealing with diaspora affairs. My friend of 25 years, I am so happy that you're here. You know about us, you have been very supportive of us, and we're glad you finally came to see us.
Thank you so much for the awards that happened in Washington, D.C. I've never taken any of those awards and that respect for granted.
Well, you're a bridge builder, and he received the Diaspora Africa Forum Bridge Builders Awards. But I just wanted to say welcome, officially welcome to the Diaspora Africa Forum. And we've got a lot of work for you to do.
Yes, ma'am.
Lots of work for you to do. And we're just delighted now you're based in Atlanta.
Yes,
You know, God saved you for a reason.
It's a 24/7 existence. When you go and you get your sandwiches and you get the thing, but first, before you get up, you have to ask advice of what's expected this day. What do you offer me today?
Well, today you're here. Today you're here. Your presence is what we wanted. And we're very, very excited about that. And whatever we can do to support your foundation, we're here to do that as well. Thank you.
I'd like to have a welcome remark by the President of the Crystal Media Group, as the Chief, Dr. Chief Crystal Draco. Ladies and gentlemen, round of applause.
Thank you, thank you. We want to say you are welcome whenever anybody is traveling all around the world, especially from the diaspora. When you touch down to Ghana, your understanding is you are back through the gateway. Ghana is the center of the world. And it is not just a place formed in creation, but it's a spiritual center for every one of you. In fact, the welcome to Ghana is welcome from all Ghanaians, and particularly to see Honorable Minister representing the President of the state. Within a short period of time that your arrival is announced, tells that Ghana is truly welcoming you. Indeed, if this were to be open to the general public, there would be no space. And I'm telling you right, there would be no space to welcome you, just you, into Ghana. That's the love the people of Ghana got in your name. And so you are welcome. Particularly in the year when something very special is happening, to welcome back home all the sons of Africa, the Ghanaians that are living in the diaspora. It is happening here in Ghana. We welcome you, and we welcome all diasporans. We welcome all Ghanaians, all Africans back home. So you are welcome. And to my dear sister, who is together with you, coming to Africa for the first time, I told her, I'm wondering how she is seeing Africa through her eyes. How is she feeling Africa? And she smiled. That tells that she's home. You're welcome. Thank you very much.
And she looks just like us. I missed introducing her properly. She is Mr. Gossett's PA, personal assistant, and so she travels with him. And we have charged her with taking care of him in Atlanta. And she's doing a good job, and we're very, very grateful. Very grateful.
We have a quick remark from our Honorable Minister of Tourism. That's Honorable Madam Catherine Apepu. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time.
Our legend guest, Mr. Gossett Jr. Such a heavy name. We're so honored, Rabbi, and all the family members gathered here on behalf of His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Ghana, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. We give you the warmest welcome home, and we are so privileged to have this opportunity to have you return to your roots. This day right here on the 1st of December is indeed a great and a memorable, and we etched in our memory that we started the month with a powerful statement. The return has already begun. In 1619, in Jamestown in Virginia, one of us, a few of us, were plucked away and taken to Virginia. 400 years, starting January, we, together with the president and a few of us, Rabbi was there, we went near Congress to put meat to the act that has been passed by Congress, HR 1242, the year of the African American experience, that we can officially legally welcome the sons and daughters back home. So we were there in Washington in September at the National Press Club to send a clarion call that every African come home to celebrate the spirit of African resilience. And what a way to begin it, with a legend. Those who are young should go back into the archives and check. Officer and a gentleman. We ended here, but it is the beginning. The year of return has begun, and I'm too excited to continue the proceedings. Thank you.
Like two people just to say something very briefly. Rabbi, you know, I always want my rabbi to say something. You know, because he knows what to say. And then I'd like Dr. Juliet, who's one of our board members, to say something very quickly in terms of welcoming our illustrious guests.
To our Honorable Minister, once again the Ambassador, to all of us who are gathered here today, this afternoon, I would just like to greet our special guests of honor who have not just entertained us for years, but informed us for years, and most of all made us proud for years. As we say, an officer and a gentleman, we all have our choices, but we'll never forget Fiddler either. It is just such an honor to have you on this soil. One of the sons that have represented us so well on the large screen and in life, have given dignity and honor to the image of the black man that the world can be proud of. And to see you in person, I cannot say the dignity and the honor that you bring to all of us. As our Honorable Minister said, Ghana has embarked upon a very large responsibility that nobody in Africa could take on but Ghana in announcing the year of return. It is such a spiritual significance to honor this 400 years of what happened to the sons and daughters that were taken from this soil. And although taken from here in chains and literally naked, what we've used with that experience to come from the bottom to show the resilience of the African spirit and to know that it comes from Africa and how we've had to represent. And you being one of those personalities that represented so well, to start this year off before the year even comes is on the best foot with the best personality. And we would pray that your trip here would inspire many others to take advantage of this year to say that we have a home where we have come from. It's not by accident that years ago we changed the title from which we used to be known as Black Americans, African Americans, to let people know that we have a home, we come from somewhere, and we're proud of that somewhere we come from. And we're going to take it to another level in 2019. We're proclaiming that we're taking it to another level, that we're going to reunite with our African family. We're going to tell the world that we are the beginning of civilization and the end. We will take the world to another level, but it begins with us. And my brother, thank you for taking the choice to come here to Mother Africa, honoring us with your presence, and we can greet you with nothing but love. Akwaba, and to all of us that are gathered here today, as my brother said, if we open up these doors, we probably wouldn't have space for you because of the people who will show their enthusiasm, the appreciation, and the worth of what you've given to all of us. And may God continue to give you the years, the help, and the strength to continue on, that many more generations may learn from the experience that you have shared with us. Thank you very much, and thank you, Almighty God.
For those of us who don't know, Rabbi Cohen is the Executive Director of the Pan-African Foundation. One more time for everybody.
Dr. Juliet will say a few words on behalf
Yes,
of the board
Juliet.
of the Diaspora Africa Forum.
Thank you, Ambassador, and thank you, Minister. I think this is a very auspicious day, beginning an auspicious year. I think that we talk about people coming back and the reunification as though people are bringing back. But it is a becoming whole again for the continent that has kept the continent the not being whole has kept the continent weak and all of its brethren thereby. And I think coming back, bringing us all back together and making us whole, will again give us the strength that we were imbued with, which allowed us to be as resilient as Rabbi has indicated. And I feel that it's a historic moment, and I think your being here to usher this in a month before it becomes formally present, it's just nothing short of miraculous. And I'm very proud to be part of this moment. I heard you say earlier that the spirit of forgiveness is something that we've always had in our hearts. But the forgiveness is not just from overseas, the forgiveness is also important here. And so I do feel a sense of us coming together as a whole, and as Rabbi has said, the world really hasn't any idea of what we're capable of, but they will find out.
Come on.
From a Ghanaian veteran actor, and internationally now known, and of course he's here with us, representing, I think, generations of all the actors and actresses. And we've all known him for that TV show, yeah? Who knows the name? Accra, that's correct.
Thank you. 10 years ago, when I met Sir Gossett at PAF in Los Angeles, I just could not believe my eyes. So I told my friend Kwame that, Kwame, look, there's the man sitting there. I said, what man? So we don't know who was Gossett to. Who is he? The first Black American to win the Academy Award. That's right. So let's take a picture with him. Yo, just quickly run. And said, one day you're going to Ghana. So on 2012, we did Accra International Film Festival, and we wanted to invite him. So when he came, he was he even was able to take the Oscars, take a picture with you, the Oscars, but unfortunately, he couldn't come. For us as thespians in Ghana, it is very heartwarming that a legend like you has appeared among us. And I believe one day, when the history of acting in Ghana is being written, your book that you autographed, I have not forgotten, an actor and a gentleman. It's the book that has been kept in a very special place in my life, because when I saw you, I had seen my God as an actor. Because you were the one who opened the floodgates of actors all over the world, black actors. We also be recognized. And for me, I can't merely just say work. I will have to hug you.
What he's talking about is we have Queen Vida from Atlanta. We have Queen Vida from Atlanta who has cooked up some of her vegetarian things for us to taste tonight. She is the #1 vegetarian chef in the world. And she's now back home. She's been back home 2 weeks. Only 2 weeks, but we've insisted she come home, and she's here, and we're just happy. And she's feeding me, so I'm happy. Okay.
Well, let's have a quick word from Mr. Lion Supuri, and then we take the response.
Well, you need to tell you who Lion Supuri is. He's our future governor of Imo State in Nigeria. Yes.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Let me first of all appreciate Ambassador Erica Bennett for this great opportunity of creating a connection point for everyone. To receive this great gentleman, an amazing personality of note whose impact is rubbed on several, not just actors and actresses, but all of us who are proud to be Africans. For me, that is truly amazing. You know, when I sat with you in there and you prophesied to me that I will become the next governor of Imo State. For me, I received it with a lot of excitement and honor. You know why? A few months ago, I had the honor and privilege of speaking at the biggest black event in Washington, where a celebration of those of us from the African descent who are beginning to do their DNA, conduct their DNA tests, and a lot of them are finding out that they are from Africa.
Wow.
And I said to them that you will have to help that Africa should work. Because when Africa works, then the world will respect the black Americans in America.
That's right.
And this journey for me that you have started, basically, is not just going to end here. I am saying that when I get back to Nigeria, I'll tell the story, how we have received you here. And I look forward to my winning the governorship. When I win it, you will come back to Nigeria. And Imo State precisely. And one of the things that I know will happen is that Imo State is a talented place filled with a lot of potentials in the creative enterprise. And someone like you playing a mentorship role will inspire the human capital rise in the industry like never before. So for me, I am the greatest beneficiary of this visit today. And once again, I'd like to thank Ambassador Erica for making this happen. I celebrate you, sir.
Very happy response from our illustrious guest.
Well, once again, I think we touched this attention that I'm getting. I come from Brooklyn, Imagine looking at a time in Brooklyn where I'm the generation that needed one another after the Depression. So all of the issues about who was better and who was worse in Brooklyn did not matter because everybody was hungry. So God saw fit to give birth. I'm so grateful to be in full circle here today, but it's so grateful to be born in that era where we needed each other desperately. So my foundation is once for all of us. So my father was a fisherman. He got his roots from some African people from Georgia and also from Italy. So when everybody was hungry, we caught 22 pounds of codfish and fed everyone. So I got codfish that was salted and pickled and fried from my father. And then on another time, somebody would come back with some tomatoes. We took care of one another. So as a child, I was taught to steep in postmortem depression gave birth to what America should be today. And then I got my experience of discrimination after that. So I was wondering what had happened, and I started to wonder and dig into other people's cultures. So I know about French, I know about the Italians, I know about the Germans, I know about the Portuguese, I know about everything, but I did not know about us. But then I had a great grandmama who passed away, and I have a photograph of her, approximately the age of 117. Wow. So her job was to raise me and my children, and my cousins, sometimes 15 and 20. And she had a finger that a wagon went over her hand, so she had this much of a finger. It's the strongest finger I've known in my life. She pointed at you with that finger. You paid attention. She was, once again, the value system would have to start here in this continent. One generation passing on the rules of survival and love, one generation at a time, orally. And it has nothing to do with history books. It has to do with this thing that saved all of us through the diaspora, through the Middle Passage, through slavery, through war, because we orally passed our rules of life on one generation at a time, all rules. Excuse me. And now it's full circle. God has a sense of humor. After all the things that have happened to me, and I've been tested severely, and I've gone left, and for some magical reason I'm here, and some of the people did not expect me to survive, but I am here. I'm not here just because to go and have a good meal, or to go to the beach. I'm here because I'm returning back to the thing that started in this continent, the oldest recorded civilization of mankind. Came from this civilization, from Ghana, from Nigeria, from South Africa, from Senegal, everywhere. It started here first. At the age of 19, I'm in Tanzania. I met all the first presidents, Nyerere, and all of them. So I'm there at the foot of Mount Kilimanjaro, and the professor said that the first oldest skull, ever to be discovered of mankind, the foot of Mount Kilimanjaro. So now I'm in school now. You do the arithmetic. So that when the man came from Europe to investigate, because he knew how to ride horses and wield a sword, he'd come to a marketplace and he had nothing to barter. He had to figure something out, because if I don't do something, I won't be the most dominant civilization. And that is an error. There's not a dominant or a subdominant civilization. For your information, it's nothing but civilization. We were the first to practice it. So when he came, he saw us practicing alchemy, animal husbandry, astronomy, medicine, mysticism, and family credit. And he had nothing to compare. So he made a mistake. Forgiveness is essential because of that mistake. Because we went with fear. If we allow this to happen, we will be lost. We have the power, because of our verbal communication with one another, to return through the diaspora, to reconnect and save mankind. It's coming like that very fast. Our job is to take care of the planet, and nobody's paying attention. And God is trying to get our attention with the hurricanes and storms. And the fires.
Yes.
Boom, boom.
Tell them you're fire.
So in closing, I want to stop. I got a message from God, so I was fighting the position of Bahama and Malibu. They were trying to steal it from me and trying to put it up to auctions because they wanted in the pictures of all my words on the street, me being homeless. So I was holding on to that. In the meantime, the house was really killing me. So finally, reluctantly, I sold it. Got all my stuff out, came to Atlanta, and 3 days later, mine was the first house I was burned down.
Yes.
Just recent, just a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
Not up to me, it's up to God.
Yes.
So my reason for survival is because I have something to teach as an elder for what it's worth. And the original reason for our mutual salvation on this planet, being young people, lies in your belief that you can save the planet once you know from whence you come. And the more you get involved, the more I can relax a little bit and enjoy. So I'm back here to return to wish all of us well, because it lies in us to save it all.
Yeah.